Gen X, the forgotten generation, sandwiched between boomers who won't retire and millennials who won't shut up. But here's what nobody tells you. Gen X isn't just overlooked, they're psychologically wired differently than every generation that came before or after. And it's not by accident. While boomers got the American dream handed to them and millennials got participation trophies, Gen X got something else entirely: neglect. Latchkey kids, divorced parents, MTV. The first generation raised by television while their parents work 80-hour weeks just to keep the house. You want to know why Gen X doesn't complain? It's not strength, it's survival mode that never turned off. Stop for a second. Think about this. Gen X watched their parents' marriages collapse at record rates. They saw economic stability vanish overnight. They were told to go to college, got the degree, and then watched the job market implode. Twice. And what did they do? They just adapted. No protests, no viral movements, just quiet, bitter adaptation. Here's the psychology. Gen X developed what's called learned helplessness on a generational scale. When you grow up with no supervision, no emotional support, and parents who are either absent or fighting, you learn that your voice doesn't matter. So, you stop using it. You become cynical, sarcastic, detached. It's not a personality trait, it's a defense mechanism. Let's break this down. Gen X came of age during the crack epidemic, AIDS crisis, and the Cold War. They were the first generation to be worse off than their parents, the first to face corporate downsizing as a norm, the first to realize that loyalty to a company meant absolutely nothing. And here's the kicker. They were told to figure it out themselves. No safe spaces, no mental health awareness, just deal with it. You know what's insane? Gen X watched boomers hoard wealth and opportunities, then got blamed for killing industries they couldn't afford to support. Napster, divorce rates, cynicism, all blamed on Gen X. But nobody asked why they were cynical. Nobody wondered what happens when you raise an entire generation in emotional isolation and economic uncertainty. This is the part that hurts. Gen X isn't apathetic because they don't care. They're apathetic because caring didn't work. They tried, they showed up, they played by the rules, and the rules changed mid-game. So, they built walls, thick ones. Irony became armor. Indifference became survival. And now they're the middle management nobody listens to, the parents trying not to repeat their own childhood, and the generation history will barely remember. Here's what we need to understand. Gen X's psychology shaped the world you're living in right now. Their distrust of institutions, that's why we question everything. Their dark humor, that's where millennial and Gen Z sarcasm came from. Their self-reliance, that's why entrepreneurship exploded. Gen X didn't get coddled, so they stopped expecting anything from anyone. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most valuable lesson they'll leave behind. Expect nothing, survive everything, and never let them see you break.